Shedeur. I did want to mention this one because we talked about Shedeur a few episodes ago. He was supposed to be in the last episode. We wound up moving it.
He sucks. The Browns suck.
Right now, there's a four-way competition in Cleveland for the starting quarterback job. FanDuel has it. Sorry, Unnamed Sportsbook has it. Flacco plus 116, Pickett plus 200, Sanders plus 430, Dillon Gabriel plus 870 to start. Flacco and Pickett, for the most part, been splitting the first team reps, and Shedeur has been coming in, and he's playing really well right now. That's what everyone's saying. Usually, you're not tracking the quarterback numbers at the really early practices here, but people have for Shedeur.
Well, the Browns are posting it on their social media.
Yeah, 7 for 9, 3 touchdowns, more than any of the Browns quarterbacks, and all the Browns reporters are sitting there saying, yeah, like he looks good. The placement, the accuracy that people talking about, it's legit. And
when you saw what Zach Jackson said about Dillon Gabriel, right?
No.
He said Dillon Gabriel does not look like an NFL quarterback, and I have no idea why they took him. He does not look like a player who can play in the NFL.
Again, not to piss off Jack here, but Dillon Gabriel a little bit shorter, not exactly the same, I would say, ceiling that you have for most.
What do you call him?
He
short?
did the Bo Nix thing without being anywhere near.
I said, what do you mean piss off Jack?
Because you defended Gabriel on like 2 shows ago. You're adamant that he's better than Shedeur.
He is better than Shedeur.
Yeah. Did you hear what Jack just said, Ziggy?
Yeah, Paul's like, don't want to piss off Jack. Gabriel's short.
No, I'm talking about your take on Gabriel.
Well, he's better than Shedeur Sanders.
But anyway, here's what I like when you talk about the Browns and their starting quarterbacks for next year. Shedeur Sanders will be starting games in Cleveland. You could take that to the bank. Lock it in. It's going to happen. If you're a Browns fan,
all 4 of them will.
No. If you're a Browns, I don't know. If you're a Browns fan and you're looking over the situation, the quarterback room there, you have 40-year-old Joe Flacco, you have backup Kenny Pickett, you have probably overdrafted, undersized Dillon Gabriel, and then the first-round talent, son of one of the most famous football players of all time, who you got in the 5th round as a steal and looks good in practice so far. Every single Browns fan who looks at that is going to say, because they're going to continue to put out videos promoting Shedeur. There's going to continue to be a ton of coverage around him. Whether it's deserved or not, all the media attention is going to be on Shedeur Sanders. And every single Browns fan, by the time they're 0-4 here, after they go up against the Bengals, Ravens, Packers, and Lions their first 4 weeks, is going to be sitting back saying, man, maybe Joe Flacco doesn't have it anymore. And yeah, maybe Kenny Pickett's a backup for a reason. Let's go with Shedeur. They're going to be at Stefanski's gates calling for Shedeur Sanders to start by week 5 when they play the Vikings in London. I don't know if that's the time to play him.
I would love that to be his debut.
Against the ferocious Minnesota Vikings. And the next week would be at Pittsburgh. So maybe you want to wait till you host the Dolphins in your 7th game. But I'm telling you, by week 5, the calls will be loud.
Only 2 quarterbacks. Yeah, there's only 2 quarterbacks that should be starting next year if you're a Browns fan.
Pickett better be one.
Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders.
1000% agree.
Pickett is so disrespected. It's crazy.
He's a backup.
Pickett's a half decent quarterback.
He's fine. He's a good backup.
Pickett's record on the Steelers, like starting and ending the game, was like 9-3, and he just gets slack.
Well, but remember the whole conversation was like, yeah, Kenny Pickett sucks for 3 quarters, and he's awesome.
Every game Pickett started and finished, he has a winning record in Pittsburgh. The man just gets so disrespected, it's crazy.
Do you actually?
Wins are not a QB stat.
You're out here saying Dillon Gabriel, that's nuts. Pickett's better than Gabriel.
I'm not arguing that.
Shedeur also.
To be clear, over that 9-3 record, he threw for a total of 13 touchdowns and 14 interceptions.
He won games.
But you saw your ceiling was higher.
Remember the game-winning drive against the Ravens, game-winning drive against the Raiders? He took us to the playoffs.
I remember he had some great 4th quarter moments.
Then he won a Super Bowl, and we're out here saying...
well, he didn't win he was on the Super Bowl team.
And we're out here saying that this guy, Dillon Gabriel, should start.
You talk about Kenny Pickett like he threw for 350 and 4
touchdowns.
Stop
disrespecting Pickett. Pickett's not bad. But Shedeur also was only drafted in the 5th round because he had Travis Hunter. If Hunter was not on that team, he would have been terrible undrafted. Terrible.
This again.
And he's also not.
If you're a Browns fan, though, you would rather see Shedeur Sanders or Dillon Gabriel start than. Well, no, you're blinded. You're disillusioned.
Doesn't know how to reason about.
I forgot that.
I'm going Pickett, Gabriel. There's too much baggage. Okay. I'm going Pickett, Gabriel, Flacco, Shedeur.
You wouldn't put it. Come on, at least you'd put him above Flacco.
No. Flacco.
Come on, at least to see what
Flacco's
you have.
Super Bowl champ. Shedeur comes with too much baggage. There's going to be all the media attention.
But it's there now.
It's
going to be worse with him on the bench.
He sucks. The second he comes in and sucks, everyone here, he's going to hear about it.
Wouldn't you at least say...
Everyone's complaining. He's done.
Wouldn't you at least say that? Well, sure.
That's going to ruin his career.
Wouldn't you be okay then?
He won't handle
with
it.
having him go in, seeing that he sucks, and then saying, all right, he's done. Wouldn't you rather see that if you were a Browns fan? Like, all right, let's see if he sucks. And if he doesn't, great.
When they're like 0-9, maybe.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They're 0-6.
I give the other three QBs a shot before I give Shedeur a shot.
I think
Gabriel's a third-round pick.
You can talk me. Who cares about where they're
The Browns know he's better than Shedeur.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, they just took him first.
By the end of training camp, though, forget about where you're drafted. When you're playing in practice, that's why Russell Wilson started over Matt Flynn.
No one tries in practice.
All right, I can't get on this stake. But if I were a Browns fan, I want to see Shedeur number 1.
You're 2 Super Bowl champs in your roster.
Number 2, I want to see probably Gabriel, then Pickett, then Flacco. You know with Joe Flacco that they're not going anywhere. You really do. So to me, if you're playing Flacco, it's a shield. I think Joe Flacco would be a shield for the Browns to lose their first few games when they have that gauntlet, when you have Burrow, Lamar, Packers, Lions. And then you could throw Shedeur or Gabriel to, a less hungry pack of wolves.
I mean, Colorado's skill position players are better than the Browns. So, there's no reason to think that Shedeur is going to be anything in the NFL.
You gotta hope that with the coaching and that over time he can improve that team. The Browns are at such a rock bottom right now that I think playing Shedeur Sanders is, at the very least, you could have some sort of hope. You play Joe Flacco, you no hope.
Way too much baggage.
Pickett, look, I think you can make the argument. Hey, throw Pickett out there, see what he has. I don't think he has it, but if that's the hill you're gonna die on, then you could talk me into let's see if Pickett has it for a few weeks, and if he doesn't, which I don't expect him to,
I think he's the best.
Then you go to someone else.
He's best to be on the roster.
Blinded.
He gets too much hate.
I'm not. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Kenny Pickett plays. We'll see what happens.
That's who I'm starting.